we understand the tradition, the culture of the fisher folks, that sometimes they're out there. We have to look at different ways how they can benefit for their boats. We have to educate them that a boat is no longer something that's seen as a luxury. And that comes on the government aspect as well, that someone who has a fishing boat, we might see it as, as luxury to buy an outboard. But when you look at the agriculture sector, you're looking at someone buying a tractor, then there's benefits for there in terms of importation. It's a workhorse. It's time for us from the blue economy aspect to look at this and say, listen, a fishing vessel is no longer luxury, it's a workhorse. So we are looking in that ways to work with government. And part of this framework is there to have more direct benefits to our fisher folks.
One of the very interesting aspects of this strategy, in increasing our conservation areas, means more resources. That requires us to do a lot more. And Belize Coast Guard is prepared to do a lot more in terms of reconfiguring what we're doing and adding more resources to meet those demands. So that was one of the areas where the Belize Coast Guard was very interested to find out what the expansion here would be and what would be the operating costs of meeting those demands. And that's where strategy alignment comes in, to ensure that we revise what we're doing and reconfigure our forces to say this is now the emphasis, this is the geographical area.
It expands by how much?
So they're initially looking at a 13% increase in sea spaces in terms of conservation. So that's a lot of waters in terms of sea space. But it's pushing us more offshore, it's pushing us inside the territorial seas. So it's more than just the amount of sea space, it is where. So we're looking at operations beyond the reef. So that means that we would need to acquire those capabilities that can perform those duties beyond the reef.
Looking at new areas like deep sea fishing, for example, we have been working with the IDB, the government of Taiwan, to do some resource assessment and see how best we can develop those areas in the deep water areas. Also look at more value-adding commodities and also develop the mariculture part, seaweed farming and other aquaculture species in Belize.